Well, churches were spirit-filled once again on Pentecost weekend as most Catholic parishes resumed services. Those who went found it very different, of course, with some worshiping outdoors. Nick Morganelli takes us to masses in Dalton and Westfield and shares the joy of those who attended.
Feeling a little bit anxious, like when we heard at the last minute that we were in phase one of the opening, my initial thought was it was a little early. Like I would like to see some more things in our society open and see how well it went before we were the first. The one thing that I miss most with all this social distancing is the people.
On Pentecost weekend, many parishes opened. Bishop Rosansky has directed the plan for all churches based on state guidelines from the governor's office.
We've now marked all the pews. We've closed the rows that we want closed, and then we put signs on the pews marked 6 feet apart from one another so people will get a sense of what the social distancing looks like. We've gone as far as marking our church with arrows and marks on the floor. So much like some of the things you see in the supermarket, you're going to see in our church today, like a lot of signs and directions.
Music is an important part of any church service, but there's a reason for scaling it back right now.
Some churches that have had choirs and things that opened early have demonstrated the fact is that the virus can spread from a choir member to another. So we're restricting our music in the sense that we're having just one person provide the music in our choir loft. We also have taken the missalettes out of the pews.
Another health precaution was implemented at St. Agnes as well.
Do you mind if I just take your temperature real quick?
No.
And if somebody has a temperature over 100.1, we're going to invite them to return to their car.
Father Chris chose to deliver communion rather than parishioners coming up to receive. Either way, we are finally able to partake of our spiritual food again. Julie Pelletier recalls the day she wasn't able to attend Mass and receive Eucharist.
The first on-stream Mass that I had from here, sitting at my dining room table, I didn't expect it, but it came right up and I cried out loud. I was bawling out loud that I couldn't be here because I missed it so desperately. So when this was like, I wanted to say hallelujah. This church is home, and Father Chris is beside me. He's beyond the most wonderful person, and Deacon George as well. They're so sincere, they're so heartfelt.
We're also continuing to live stream for everybody at home. So I really want to put out a Mass that's really fulfilling for lots and lots of people. Thanks.
Well, Jesus said, "Upon this rock I will build my church," and cinder blocks is what helped create this sacred space here at Our Lady of the Blessed Sacrament Church in Westfield.
We didn't have to go far from our church to find another sacred place made sacred by the celebration of the Eucharist today. Perhaps this field will never quite seem exactly the same again because we'll remember that we celebrated Mass here.
The choice to celebrate outdoors allows for less restrictive seating and greater social distancing.
And we understand that people have all different levels of comfort with what's happened. We have this beautiful field that is part of our parish land, and we thought, why not use it?
This is a glorious day. We were blessed with beautiful weather. Everything's safe.
I have to tell you, it was the most glorious moment of my life. And yet to walk down that aisle today to receive. And when Father started to cry, I could feel the tears just, I'm so glad to be home. It's like coming home. We've missed this so much.
I teared up almost receiving, which I didn't even expect.
The Bordages are one of the younger families in the parish, and their son Elliot was very content with the new look of Mass.
He is luckily completely unaffected by the situation, doesn't realize that he's wearing a little choo-choo mask some days now or not, but...
He was reading his books, playing with his Pez dispensers, which is what we did at Mass every week.
The weather cooperated for the first Masses under the tent, but what if it doesn't in the coming 3 weekends?
We're very blessed to have a beautiful parish center hall, and the capacity for us with the 40% is 130 in there. It's set right now for that, and we would have gone in there if it had rained today. We probably will in the weeks ahead look at a reservation system for people online, just so that we never have to turn people away.
Outdoor Masses have generally been showing greater attendance. At the end of June, this parish will be back inside the church, but there is work to be done.
We have a lot to do in the weeks to come to assemble cleaning teams. Having 4 Masses on a weekend and needing to sanitize and clean the church after every Mass is, as every church faces now, a big undertaking.
Bishop Mitch has posted a video and guidelines on the diocesan website for all who need more information on the changes for Mass. You can find a link to that by visiting us at iobserve.org. Returning to Mass with you, for Real to Real, I'm Nick Morganelli.
And Nick says he spoke with many parishioners who are looking forward to the day without social distancing. But for now, let's just hope for good weekend weather for those holding outdoor services. And you may also want to check with your local parish, as some have altered Mass schedules. And remember that if you are uncomfortable returning to public Masses, the bishop has dispensed the obligation to attend. Some are attending weekday Masses, and many continue to watch our sister program, the Chalice of Salvation. And remember, Chalice of Salvation, Real to Real, and so many important ministries and services receive support from the annual Catholic Appeal. The appeal is still underway and in need of your help. To make a secure donation today, please log on to diospringfield.org and click on the ACA logo. Please remember those in need by supporting the annual Catholic Appeal.